buddy John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Sunday, March 14th, 2021. Time is 6:48 p.m. Yeah, it's Jersey time. You know what's great about this Jersey time now? The clocks got moved ahead an hour, so now we got more light at night. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that you can get off of work and come home 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever time you get off, and you got an hour or so to go out there and enjoy a walk or whatever it is that you like to do. You don't come home. I hate going to work in the dark and coming home in the dark, so we're getting to the time of year that I love. Let's get to the story. This is on the Daily News, and it reads, veteran New Jersey cop arrested for allegedly masturbating at Starbucks. My stars. Here it is. There it is right there. And there he is, right there. How embarrassing is this, huh, folks? You gotta go to Starbucks and you can't control yourself. You gotta, take care of business. You couldn't wait to get home. Okay, so let's read the story here. A top New Jersey cop has been busted masturbating in a Starbucks, according to the new report. Lieutenant Benito Gonzalez Jr. allegedly pulled down his shorts at the Route 70 Cherry Hill Coffee House on May 7th, and I'm assuming that was May 7th, 2014, so that's a couple years ago. That decorated, oh, here we go, decorating, how many awards has he got? The decorated 17-year veteran of Camden County Police Department was off duty at the time, but was spotted by an employee who called police. Now, here's what's stupid about this. Dude, you're 17 years on the job. You're looking at retirement. It's not too far down the road. And you go do something stupid. See, that's what I say, guys. Whenever the small brain, the small head, you know what one I'm talking about, okay, is involved into the formula, into the equation, it's usually going to have a negative outcome. In this case, it did. He was spotted by an employee who called the police. Cherry Hill cops put out surveillance images of Gonzalez shortly afterwards. The narcotics officer, he's a narcotics officer. Maybe he got a hold of some horny pills or something. I don't know. Maybe he was taking some Viagra and had a little issue there. Narcotics officer was then arrested and charged with lewdness. I gotta tell you, I gotta think lewdness might be one of the worst charges, because lewdness can be many different things. But you get busted. Oh, what did you get arrested? Oh, lewdness. What were you doing? Oh, I was pulling a taffy in Starbucks. Both police departments have now launched criminal and internal investigation into Gonzalez's alleged actions. We are deeply troubled by the allegations on this off-duty conduct. A swift and thorough investigation is being conducted. Camden County Police Chief Scott Thompson told CBS. Well, there you go, folks. At least he was molesting himself and not a kid. I guess that's a good way to look at it, but dude, Starbucks? And you pulled your pants down? You couldn't be a little more discreet? Maybe put the newspaper in your lap or something? Well, I sincerely hope he washed his hands, if you know what I mean, people. All right, we'll put the link in the description. Go read the story yourself. These Blue Zero Hero perverts. Maybe that's going to be my new series. Blue Zero Hero perverts. In fact, I think I will. So whenever it's a sex story with them, it'll be Blue Zero Hero pervert. Because that seems to be one of the, I'm going to say that that's probably number 2 of the things that they're getting caught doing. It's a toss-up between driving drunk, being drunk, beating domestic violence, beating their wives up, or anything to do with a woman, terrorizing a woman, or a sexual crime, which should be rape, but that could be with women too. But anything to do with perversion, like child pornography or trying to hook up with a 15-year-old, things along that line there. Maybe you can help me and let me know which one you think. How about you do this, people? Rate it for me. Which of those 3 crimes you think is the top one? Is it sexual perversion? Is it terrorizing women? Or is it the thirsty type? All right, people. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Till next time. I found an update for this Lieutenant Benito Gonzalez, and this is reported on USA Today, and that is dated March 23rd, 2015. Here's the picture right there for you to look at if you want to search it. And it reports as following: a Camden County Police lieutenant has admitted guilty to a lewdness charge in connection with a May 2014 incident at a Cherry Hill coffee shop. But Benito Gonzalez Jr., who was accused of masturbating in a Route 70 Starbucks, still could see the charge waived under a conditional dismissal program. The different man who ran the department's narcotics unit was removed from duty after his May 16, 2014 arrest. Authorities allege he had masturbated in public at Starbucks 9 days earlier. And just go down. He was suspended without pay with a disciplinary hearing pending. And further go down here. But the court did not, let's see what he did. Oh, Gonzalez pleaded guilty to a lewdness charge in Cherry Hill Municipal Court on March 11th. According to a court record, he agreed to pay fines and court costs of $360. So that little thing cost him $360 plus his lawyer fees. So I'm sure that was a very expensive moment of pleasure. But the court did not enter a judgment conviction against Gonzalez, approving instead his participation in the conditional dismissal program. The program, which took effect in January 2014, covers eligible defendants who commit a disorderly person or petty disorderly person's offense. Under the program, Gonzalez would be monitored for 1 year on probationary status. If he commits no additional infractions, the judge could dismiss the lewdness charge. 6 months after that, Gonzalez could apply to have a criminal charge expunged from his record. Well, he might get it expunged from his record, but it's all over the internet, so you go get a job somewhere, Mr. Gonzalez, and they run your name, somebody types your name in the internet, and guess what's coming up? Your little fun you were having. Okay, so there's one other story here. When I come back, we'll touch on that story.
How dry I am, nobody knows how dry I am.
All right, the story with this Camden County cop doesn't end there. There's one more story that comes out, and that's in the Inquirer.com or the Inquirer. And it says, I knew this story was going to come along. I knew at some point in the line they were going to play this card. They always do. And there's selfish intentions involved in this. Money. Camden cop blames trauma for lewd act at Starbucks. There it is, right there. I'm not going to read the whole story. I'm just going to read you so you can get the gist of it, and then you can go look it up yourself online. After a drug dealer tried to kill Benito Gonzalez in 2011, leaving him alive only because of the gun jam, the veteran Camden police officer began a downward spiral. Gonzalez, a decorated supervisor, oh yeah, all those awards, those awards mean nothing, became suicidal. Psychologists diagnosed post-traumatic stress disorder, which is another reason why we shouldn't put veterans who have been in combat as police officers. Not knocking veterans, I'm just saying, if you've been in combat, no job with the police. After one afternoon, he claims he was going to kill himself. He said the stress built up for nearly 3 years. And then he walked into a Starbucks while off duty. There in an instant, Gonzalez says he does not remember because he was intoxicated and in a blackout state linked to his trauma. Police say, what a bunch of crap, okay? That's bullshit. I got to tell you something. I've never blacked out. from drinking. I have passed out from drinking, but I never blacked out. I always remember what I did the next day, and I ain't saying I liked it. But here's what alcohol does. Alcohol affects your inhibitions. It breaks down your judgment so that when you're drunk, everything seems like a great idea. And for whatever reason, maybe he was a little backed up, and he decided he's going to take care of some business in Starbucks. Big mistake. So the deal is that little arrest that he got that he pleaded guilty to is going to cause him, or has caused him, to lose his job. Now, he doesn't want to get fired because that's going to affect his pension. He's applying for a disability pension, and if he gets fired, that's out the door. He says, I've never done anything like that before in my life, Gonzalez told. No, you did. You just did it at home when nobody's around. Told the Inquirer this week before an administrative hearing Wednesday in which department officials are expected to recommend his dismissal. That's right, he needs to get fired. He did that. He made that choice to go take those drinks, and he made that choice to go into the Starbucks, and he made that choice to pull his pants down and start spanking the monkey. He says, I don't know what it was. I wasn't in the right state of mind. No. At stake in the hearing is an accidental disability pension of nearly $69,000. This is what the story's all about, people. He's setting himself up as a victim, or his lawyer's setting him up as a victim. Pour me another drink. So that's what this is all about. He's going to get, I said that in an earlier video, the beginning of this video, that getting fired is going to cause him to lose his pension. So now he's going to cry that the trauma of what happened that day with the drug dealer that put a gun to his head and the gun jam. He's going to claim that's what caused all the problems, and now it's the taxpayers' responsibility to support him. At stake in hearings is an accidental disability pension of nearly $69,000, or 2/3 of Gonzalez's $104,000 a year salary. I'm kind of disappointed that's all he's getting, the $104,000. If Gonzalez is terminated, he cannot apply for the pension, which law enforcement officials can receive after suffering emotional or physical disabilities from an incident. Gonzalez attorney Stuart Alderman has asked the department to briefly reinstate Gonzalez from suspension without pay so Gonzalez can file the pension paperwork and move on with his life. All he wants to do is retire. Well, here's the deal, people. Imagine one weekend you get a little, you have a little few to drink, and you decide to go to Starbucks and rub one out, and you get caught, and it's all over the internet. Do you want to go back to work? Do you want to look at anybody you know? Because that's embarrassing. So he don't want to go back to the job, and quite frankly, based on what I read about him, I don't want him on the job. This guy should have been removed from his job years ago. He's a walking time bomb. So he's trying to get his disability pension. Unfortunately, Mr. Benito Gonzalez, you made a bad decision. How many people out there like me and you people out there made a bad decision and got in trouble for it? Did anybody cut you a break and say, oh, the stress of your job was too much? I deal with unpleasant things all the time in one of my jobs that I have. I've seen children die from disease, babies that died at a young age. I've seen suicides, gunshots, drug overdoses. I don't whine and cry. I get up and I tell myself how lucky I am to be alive, how lucky I am to have my health. I look at the positive way. I don't use it as a crybaby excuse not to go to work and let somebody else support me. All right, I will put that link in the description. You can go read the whole story yourself. Make your own determination what you think is going on here. Let me know in the comment sections. I always enjoy reading the comments, so feel free. I see the same names all the time. I like to see some new names. Put their 2 cents in there for it so I can read it. Okay, people. Till next time.